All right, it's a very cold winter day here in central Kansas. As you can see, we got some snow and this lake is almost 100% covered in ice. And I'm just gonna go through 3 things that you should do before this happens to ensure the survivability of your fish so that there's not a winter fish kill. The first one is make sure there's some type of vent, you know, a vent being an open piece of water that isn't 100%, you know, covered in ice. You want gas exchange from the bottom of the lake all the way to the top. And you also want to let light penetrate into the water column so there's some type of photosynthetic activity going on so that there is oxygen produced.
Hey, sorry for the interruption. I was too cold out there to even remember that there were a couple things I wanted to say about aeration. So the first thing about aeration is that you want to turn off the deeper diffusers. You don't want to interrupt that, you know, the thermocline during the wintertime. It can, you know, super cool your pond, and it's important to keep that thermocline intact. You want to either shut off the deeper diffusers, or, you know, if you only have a couple diffusers, pull them in shallow. So that's all I had to say about that. Back to your original programming.
The next one is keep big flocks of geese off of your lake during the wintertime. There is some literature that suggests that a flock of 100 geese can actually produce 10 pounds of phosphorus from their waste in a matter of 30 days. So if you have a, you know, constant, you know, flock of geese always on your lake, just try and get them off of there. You know, they're bringing in nutrients from crop fields, from the grass, from fertilized lawns, and they're pooping in your lake, adding more phosphorus. And remember, 1 pound of phosphorus has the potential to grow 500 pounds of algae. So just let that think for a little bit. The third one is you want to adjust your feeding schedule. The fish's metabolisms are really low right now. You know, putting food in the water is only going to increase the phosphorus concentration in your water. So hopefully you have a low phosphorus food. But, you know, if you're throwing out food on top of the ice, what's the point, really? So they're not going to be eating a whole lot this time of year anyways. They'll be opportunistic. So, you know, maybe if you get a nice sunny noontime, you can come out here and dispense a little bit of food. You know, maybe they'll be actively feeding at certain points on a warm day. So that's all I got. Stay warm, everybody. Hopefully everybody is, you know, out enjoying this wonderful snow here in the central United States. If you like what you heard, if you like what you saw, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, have a great day.